Between a pass and a shot. 6-0 Carthage, 17-19 to go. Jawan Henry drives the lane, finger roll is good. That's his own rebound, and it's tied up, and finally TJ Cobbs comes out of the scrum with the ball. 2-on-1 Vikings. Robinson from Cobbs. Completely dominating the boards here early. Cruz. And nice job by Hutchinson stealing that ball while fronting the post. Henry's pull-up is good. Led the whole way. They lead by 6 here. And it's stolen by Lake. Lake with the layup off the glass and in. 33-29. 7 seconds left.
We're here live with head men's basketball coach Tom Slider. Vikings unfortunately coming off their second CCIW loss of the season, a 67-60 loss to Carthage. And Tom, just looking at the stat sheet here, what do you think is probably the biggest glaring stat, other than the final score, that sticks out at you that Vikings unfortunately could not get this victory tonight?
Well, I mean, really it's not on the stat sheet, Kevin, but it's the lack of effort, it's the lack of being ready to start the game, it's the lack of being able to start the second half. And so if you had to look at the stat sheet, it'd be more they out-rebounded us, but really we didn't dictate much of anything. And pretty disappointing. It's my job to get them ready for the next time, and it's kind of one of those where it's a head-scratcher because we really haven't come out in any game this year like that. So it's pretty disheartening, and we didn't play with a lot of heart, we didn't play with a lot of effort, we didn't play with a lot of energy, and those are things you have to have. Carthage didn't do anything special other than play harder and execute a little better.
Talk about, I know it's tough to come up with a positive, but talk about what Jordan Robinson was able to do in his first game back after missing a few games. Double-double, 17 points, 11 rebounds.
Well, I mean, Jordan is an important part of our team, and he gives us an inside presence. I thought he rushed some things early, even though his stats were pretty good. You know, it was noticeable to us that he'd been out a couple games, and I think people think sometimes you step right back on the court and you never lose the rhythm that you had, and that's the downer of that happening. You know, probably the most disappointing thing from a Jordan standpoint is he's an 84% free throw shooter. He went 1 for 6 from the free throw line. So those 5 points at the free throw line, getting beat by 7, could have really changed the whole complexion of the game. And you know, it's not all on Jordan's shoulders by any stretch of the imagination, but you kind of learn to rely on the fact that they're going to go in, and they did today.
I know it's hard to pull a positive out of this, but looking at something possibly positive, what do you think is probably the biggest positive you guys can pull out of a game like this to look to rebound from it?
Well, I mean, the final margin was 7 points, and I thought we played pretty poorly. So, you know, if we can right the ship and understand how to play harder and get back to doing what we did earlier in the year to play the way that we did, then, you know, I think we should beat a team like Carthage, but we didn't tonight. So give them credit. They came in ready to play, and we were not.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, Tom.